Hey guys. I am DC, your host, and all of your hosts of Barside Jive Live. And we are in the freaking amazing Vocal Media Studios.
I love it here.
Thank you. In the beautiful city of Dallas. It is Tuesday, July 23rd. And here we are again. I'm so glad you guys chose to hang out with us for the next freaking 60 minutes. You don't get to do that very often. And it's free. So just hang in there. We got some cool content coming for you tonight. The show happens at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for all my friends over in Europe every freaking Tuesday. And this show does feature some of the best cover and tribute bands in the freaking country. I can tell you that. And creators. We've got creators from all over the world right here, including our beverage creator, the Tipsy Gypsy. Thank you. And guys, don't ever forget that we are sponsored by
The Zoo
on Vocal.
Absolutely, my favorite station from back in the day. I won't tell you what year. But back in the day, they are now streamed 24/7, 365 days a year, and they're streamed at vocalnow.com. That's right, the Zoo is streamed, and it's deep cuts, baby. It's the stuff that you don't hear on the regular radio stations. It's the cool stuff. It's the stuff on the B-side. It's the stuff on the end of the album. It's the music that you never hear anywhere else. If you want a music education, go to the freaking Zoo. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. My buddy Chaz Mixon, that dude is back. He is here. He is live. He is nationwide, and you need to listen to the Zoo, vocalnow.com. That's all I've got to say about the matter.
The Zoo
on Vocal.
Okay, well, you know what? It is freaking time. It's time, Jay. Time. Oh, hey. Man, we are like freaking modern and upscale.
I like your new little label there. Yeah.
I just need some audio to go with it. Okay, so on this day in 1966, guys, Frank freaking Sinatra had the top-selling album in the U.S. with Strangers in the Night.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night.
Yeah. The LP would be the most successful of his whole career, being certified platinum for 1 million copies sold in the U.S. The title track, yeah, that's right. The title track would earn him 2 Grammy Awards for Record of the Year and Best Male Vocal Performance. Strangers in the Night. Also on this day in 1966, country star Roger Miller reaches Billboard's Hot 100 with a novelty tune called You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd.
You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd, but you can be happy if you've mine too.
A song which Miller later said was the favorite of all the songs he wrote would climb to number 40. And on this day in 1966, Sonny Sunny by Bobby Hebb enters the Billboard charts, where it will reach number 2 during an 11-week run. The song was written about Bobby's brother, who had been killed by a mugger in 1963, and started out as an album filler. Ooh, I can't talk. Until it was picked for a single release. The record rose to number 12.
Funny one so true, I love you.
Oh, here we go. The Trogs led the Cash Box. Also on this day in 1966, bestsellers chart with their version of Wild Thing. Lead singer Reg Presley would later say that after hearing the song for the first time, he was hesitant to record it because the words were so freaking corny. Yeah, it was a cool song though, buddy. On this day in 1969, James Brown walks out of an L.A. mayor's office, Sam Yorty's office actually, when the mayor fails to show up at 10 a.m. as promised. Yorty was going to present Brown with a proclamation declaring James Brown Day, but he was late, and James Brown liked being on time, so he walked out. On this day in 1977, Led Zeppelin's drummer John Bonham was charged with assault after a concert at an Oakland Coliseum in California. Bonham and band manager Peter Grant had the help of their bodyguard in roughing up a security employee at the venue. After pleading guilty to misdemeanors, the accused settled out of court for a small $2 million. Yeah, not much. Also on this day in 1977, Peter Frampton had the best-selling single in America, I'm In You. Both the song and the album of the same name would go on to reach platinum status. On this day in 1979, I'm not done yet. Keep on going. The Ayatollah Khomeini. Something or other bans all forms of rock and roll in Iran, claiming it has a corrupting influence. I knew Iran was a screwed up place, and now we have proof. On this day in 1983, Synchronicity, the 5th and final studio album by The Police, went to number 1 on the Billboard chart for the first 17 weeks. The LP contained the hit single, Every Breath You Take. I love that song, which would win Song of the Year honors at the next year's Grammy Awards. And in 1989, Ringo Starr launched his first tour since the breakup of the Beatles with a show in Dallas, Texas. Starr began the concert with his 1971 hit, It Don't Come Easy. His backup band included guitarist Joe Walsh, I love Joe Walsh, organist Billy Preston, and Bruce Springsteen sax man Clarence Clemens. Time out for a little beverage. Thank you. What else I got here? Oh, no, that's not worthy. Hey, on this day in 2003, the Sun Records studio in Memphis was designated as a national landmark. Sun Records, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. There's another James Brown tidbit, but that's not kind of boring. Okay, this is cool. And on this day, this is my finale. On this day in 2010, surgical instruments allegedly used to conduct Elvis Presley's autopsy were removed from an upcoming auction, and there were doubts about the authenticity of the forceps and needle injectors and rubber gloves and toe tag and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that were used on Elvis. But they were expected to fetch about $14,000 at Chicago, Illinois, Leslie Hinman Auctioneers. The so-called memorabilia was supposedly kept by a senior embalmer at the Memphis Funeral Home, where the singer's body was stored prior to his funeral. Good recovery. Thank you. But the claims were questioned after another employee revealed that the equipment was sterilized and used again in other autopsies. Oh, you never share the tools. Yeah. Born on this day in 1940, Don Imus. Don Imus, American disc jockey with WNBC, long time. He was born in Riverside, California. And in 1946, Keith Ferguson was born on this day, American blues musician with the fabulous Thunderbirds. Jimmy Vaughn. I've got an interview with Jimmy Vaughn. Check out my YouTube, Barside Jive Live. Born in Houston, he died in 97. 1950, Blair Thornton, Canadian rock guitarist with Bachman Turner Overdrive. He was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. And 1964, Nick Menza, American musician best known as the former drummer for American thrash metal band Megadeth. From 89 to 98, and again in 2004, as well as one final return in 2014. He was born in Munich, West Germany. Oh, we can't forget this one. In 1965, Slash, English-American rock guitarist and songwriter of Guns N' Roses, was born in London, England. And finally, the last one I have, 1971, Alison Krauss, American bluegrass musician, Raising Sand, born in Decatur, Illinois. I like Alison Krauss. So, Bree?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Gee, I don't know.
I created you an amazing... the last thing that I said before you left last time was, do you have an intro? Can we think of an intro for your show? And you said, I'll work on it.
And I probably got a little tipsy, so that's
the
probably...
The tipsy.
It's probably what happened over the last week.
Yeah, you've been a little tipsy, been a little gypsy,
yeah,
and so we have no intro.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of figured that from you. So I went ahead, as well prepared as you always are, I went ahead and did one for you. Just consider it a gift.
Oh, wonderful.
Are you ready?
No, but let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
I should be proud to keep falling free and free.
Is that a live recording from my last Uber ride?
It is. Okay. Hey, so it's time for the Tripsy Gypsy. Welcome, Bree Akers, to the show.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but that's cool.
The Tripsy Gypsy. I just changed the name.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey,
welcome,
everybody.
Bree.
I am not the Tripsy Gypsy. I am the Tipsy Gypsy. But thanks anyway. This is my second week of y'all's Tuesday live show, so thank you again for having me twice a week. I appreciate that.
We love having you. We love having you, Bree.
Yeah. So today on Tuesdays, I want to talk about like some of the trends that are going on in the booze world, beer and wine and stuff like that. Since we do a lot of spirits, however, because tomorrow is National Tequila Day.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, newsflash.
That's my favorite fruit.
Breaking freaking news. Tomorrow's National Tequila Day.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, so.
I gotta get friends together.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So because it is National Tequila Day, I figured it was only right to obviously drink some tequila today. And also last week, since we talked about ready to drink cocktails and how they are on the rise of over 500% increase in sales the last year. Our friends on the rocks, they had sent us some samples of their stuff.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd try out another one in honor of that. And,
great company.
Yeah, and this one is their jalapeno pineapple margarita. So I figured.
I've got a whole box. I just haven't opened it yet.
Well, good. Now you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So tomorrow.
I like those people.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for sending us all that good stuff.
Absolutely. You're good people.
So here you go. If you'd like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. All right, guys. So last week we talked about hard seltzers and
Oh, that's good.
right? Yeah.
What is that?
It's the jalapeno pineapple margarita. Yeah.
Is it hot? Is it
I like
spicy?
it. little
It's got a
spicy.
little
It's good.
kick. Yeah, but
Gosh, look at these guys out here in the hall. They can't even drink. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Sorry. See, that's what you get when you're second up. I didn't say sucking up. I said second.
he's really good with words today, if you couldn't tell. So
I'm never good with words. My brain works faster than my mouth can move. That's the problem.
I understand. I understand.
It's a dude thing.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, these like somebody I relate to. Sally, you can just come every show.
Okay.
Sorry, Bree.
No, you're good. You're good. So last week we talked about hard seltzers and them kind of taking over the healthy drinker world. So DC, like, do you do something for health purposes every day? Like, do you have some little train you're riding that
Yeah, I mean, I do my cardio,
your cardio?
do some wet weights,
Okay.
about 4 days a week.
Okay. Good
And I
deal.
try to eat healthy.
Okay.
I do a lot of apple cider vinegar, and I do a lot of turmeric and ginger and cinnamon. I do shakes, and I do a lot of turmeric. I use a lot of turmeric,
Okay.
and yeah,
Same. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
a lot of essential oils.
Okay.
I do a lot of essential oils.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of oils.
Oils.
Hitting the cocktail market or even like beers and stuff is CBD oil. And so if you guys are not familiar with this, it is a molecule from the cannabis plant. Yes, the same plant as marijuana. However, it is a specific molecule that does not carry the same structure or effects as THC.
Oh, heck.
So it does not give you the psychoactive effect. But there are oils,
Dang.
flavored oils, sprays, topical creams, all that good stuff. But basically the research is coming out that it could play a role in regulating memory, sleep, mood, and different metabolic processes, help inflammation, stress, weight loss, different things. So
Bathe in it.
yeah, everything. So here in Texas, about a month ago is when it just became legal. Their stipulations right now is it just has to have 0.3% or less THC in the testing. But it is taking over literally the cocktail world. There's always been different things going on, and this is the new thing, especially since it comes in different flavors. So I've had peppermint and orange. Our friends at Tiki Biosciences in Fort Worth sent us some stuff to play with. And I think now that it is legal here, that you're definitely going to start seeing it in Texas on bar menus. Because what is better than a cocktail that makes you feel good is one that has something a little extra to take off that edge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that White Claw.
like that White Claw.
I'm still hung up on White Claw from last week.
And now you wonder what happened with me in that intro, okay?
I don't wonder. I don't wonder a bit. But no, CBD, I tell you, I've had so many people that have just professed to see miracles from using CBD oil. So I know that, you've got to find a good source. That's key, is finding a good source of it.
Yes,
So you're
your
getting,
research.
you're getting the, as much that they can put in it of the true.
Yes. Make sure it is actually tested. Tiki Biosciences did provide testing information because it is so new, especially here in the U.S., that a lot of places aren't regulated of
Right.
people claiming something, and when it's tested,
Right.
it's actually not the true amount.
Yeah.
So definitely check your sources and do your
Right.
research. But yeah, I've had great experiences with it. Believe it or not, about a year and a half ago, I was deathly ill, and I was actually having an intolerance to alcohol. So my whole digestive system, and I had a friend that recommended it to me and tried it, and I felt 10 times better, like immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm a personal believer in it.
Yeah.
I think if it's something that you're interested in, to definitely check out. Most of them have a little bit of like an earthy flavor, so you'll find a lot of like gin cocktails or floral kind of stuff, but really some of them have like neutral oils that you can't even taste. So
That's right.
definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I have 3 events for y'all to check out this week.
Right.
Yes.
I love events.
I know.
I do.
So I know it's hotter than hell in Texas.
Actually, we've had a
have a
freaking
cool
cold
front.
front. It was like 60s in this morning.
Breezy,
in Texas.
cool.
Okay, well, none of y'all are moving right now.
Oh,
so
yeah, right. Yeah, it's 1,000 degrees
Yeah.
anytime you move.
yeah, so but since this cold front came in, if you like to bike and craft beer, on Saturday at 11 a.m., it's called the Six Pack Trail Bike Cruise and Craft Beer Tour in Dallas. You can
Sounds fun.
Yeah, you can bring your own bike or rent one. They're doing 6 brewery stops, and it's a total of a 10-mile bike tour. Each stop, you get a take-home 1 8-ounce can from the brewery. It includes a taco snack stop halfway through, and then it ends with a meal.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you want to all day drink, eat, and bike, and kind of, life's all about balance, then that's probably your
I'm
thing.
a total believer in balance.
Yes. And also in Dallas, Bourbon and Banter for the month of July is having their Tiki Takeover. The month is almost over, but I always highly recommend, if you've never had a really good Tiki cocktail, always find like your craft bars, especially when they have like a local Tiki week, but they're doing it all month long. So I highly suggest before the month is over to go check them out to get your Tiki drink fix. Or just chug a whole bunch of margaritas like DC's doing and call it a day. And then my last event for y'all is, of course, this Friday night is DC's Cigars and Cider
Absolutely.
at Outlaw Cider. So
Downtown Historic Grapevine.
there you go,
Be
downtown
there.
Grapevine from
7 to 9.
7 to 9.
Smoke you my father's cigar and have you a pint of Outlaw cider and talk,
Yeah, and
Chill.
hang out.
hang out.
But yes, follow me on Instagram at It's the Tipsy Gypsy, or or you can check out a recap of today's show and all the past cocktails and all that good stuff at itsthetipsygypsy.com. If you got questions, funny bar stories, or anything else you would like to share, or just say hi, slide in my DMs, and let's be friends.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right.
Instagram's how I found you.
That is.
Instagram's been a huge resource.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Bree, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're awesome. And your drinks are awesome. Just keep them coming.
I will.
Okay, Jay, here we go. Art Jive Live, baby. Sally.
I'm here.
Sally Wilkins. She is
I'm
our
here.
artist, and we are ready for some Art Jive Live. So, Sally, we're so glad to have you
Nice to
in
be
the
here. Thank
studio
you.
tonight. Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. I want to know all about your art. I've got a little knowledge about you. We have a mutual
Yes, we
friend.
do.
So I've got some knowledge about you, and you're really an amazing lady.
Oh, well,
and
thank you.
We must say that next Thursday we're
Yep.
going to have you back on the show. We're going to dig a little deeper into
Yes.
Sally Wilkins,
Yes,
tonight, yeah,
No
if
pun
that's
intended
okay.
on that one, yeah.
Right.
Right.
But tonight we're going to really focus on your art
Yeah.
and what you guys do. So
Well, I Well, I didn't go to art school, and I didn't study art, and it's so I really like to talk about the creative process. So the creative process is what I am hooked on. It's not about the outcome. It's about the process of creating, and for me, art just happens. So I had a nervous breakdown when I was in my mid-30s, and I was in therapy for 18 months and did a lot of great work. But my therapist asked me what brought me joy, and I said, I don't know. So he said, you need to go out and find something that brings you joy. So I started experimenting, and I took an art class, and it was a bit watercolor class, accomplished artist. I went and painted big giant paintings of birds and butterflies, and then I'd lay under the art table and sleep because I was exhausted. Yeah. And it was my first experience of being in that place where I'm kind of just doing, and something begins to move through me, and it's a great feeling. Right. And I don't know if you guys as artists have that same feeling when you're creating music or songwriting. It's not like, it's like, and I'm going to use this just as an example, because a few weeks ago, there was a estate sale down the street. So I went down, and this woman was a butterfly lady. I don't think about butterflies. I don't paint butterflies. I'm not a butterfly gal. But this woman was. They were everywhere. They were on the walls. And she had this huge collection of butterfly pins. And I said, oh my God. So I had said, I have to buy all this. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of it. So I get it all home, and I lay it out on the table. And I had been working with some cardboard that I had been using during the dyeing and painting of silk.
Right.
And so this cardboard was just kind of sitting off on the side. And so I just said, and I had been kind of doodling on it, and, just not knowing anything. I just thought the paper looked cool, and so I was playing with it. And then all of a sudden I said, okay, I'm going to create an 8-inch card. Like, who sends an 8-inch card? Well, I hope somebody does, because I love cards. I do all kinds of cards. I love cards.
Right.
And so when I got done with these 10 pieces of butterfly pins and cardboard, I looked at it and I thought, people always say, well, what is your art? Some are political, there's a message in either their songs or their music or their artwork. And I don't really start out with a message. The message kind of comes to me but what these cards and what a lot of my artwork is about is butterflies are beautiful. I mean, when we look at a butterfly, we go, oh, wow, look how beautiful. And, but the cardboard represented impermanence. So life is beautiful. Life is awesome, but it's impermanent. That is what makes it even more special, more precious. So anyway, I got a thing for cards. I do cards. I love cards. It's this process of, and this is like these 3 pieces I'm working on right now. They've got a kind of a meditation Buddhist feel to them, but it started out as just one big giant piece of paper, and I cut it all up and I just start working with it, and images start to reveal themselves to me, and that's what's exciting, and that's why I love creating. So, and then just one more thing, because I collect Levi jackets.
And I love Levi jackets.
I know it. Old vintage, and I paint.
I have a Levi jacket.
I do. Can you see that?
Yeah, but it's not as cool as yours. Hey, Jay, show them her jacket.
So I dye and paint silk, but I paint.
Oh, turn around, Sally.
Yeah, I paint
there you
silk.
Go. And look how cool that is.
These
really
are some
cool.
of my images, and this is.
Oh my God, I love that one.
This is sold to a woman that's going to do. She's a Save the Planet person, so she's given me something that she wants written on the bottom. And this is an original image, so it's all painted in silk. They're all one of a kind. All of my work is one of a kind. I'm not doing any reprints. I could take these and have them printed, but I don't.
Right.
I want them to be original. I want people to touch something real for a change.
Right.
And I love working with silk. Don't ask me why. And I do a lot of these very simple, this is fire and water, and what it represents to me is balance between masculine, feminine, yin and yang, hot and cold.
Right.
And we just keep finding and working our craft. And that's what I love about the creative process. It brings me tremendous joy. I think it's healing when we're in this place. And so thank you for letting me share my passion.
Oh, don't wind down. You're not done.
Okay. You know me, I can keep talking.
It's only 8 o'clock. We got 30 minutes.
So
I can tell you right now, Chee and JC, they're going to be short.
Oh no.
They don't like camera.
Oh come
They're
on.
going to be really short.
Yeah, they're too cute. Come on.
They are. Well, I don't know if they're cute, but they're nice. But you can take a little more time there, Sally.
So I dye and paint silk, and
This is I love scarves.
Yeah.
I love to wear scarves in the winter.
yeah, I dye and paint silk, and I do my work is not. I mean, a lot of people dye and paint silk, but my work I think is just a little bit off, or a little different, or a little unique. And I just designed these tops, which I'm wearing one now. So I'm taking my silk and I'm having some tops designed out of it.
Awesome.
And I love them. And this is my first. I have like 5 or 6 made, but I'm trying to get a body of them done to be able to share with people.
Right.
So let me see, what else do I have in my bag of tricks about?
Well,
Okay.
and I also want you to address the fact, and we'll talk about this more on Thursday, but I'd like for you to address the fact that a little bit about what you've gone through with your cancer and how that has affected your art, or
Okay.
vice versa.
Yeah, well, I was diagnosed with breast cancer a year and a half ago, and it was a horrible experience, of course. I mean, and it's something you never think is going to happen to you, and when it does, you're devastated. But I had my artwork is what helped me keep me sane.
Right.
The days that I felt so horrible, we took the dining room table in our house and we set it up for my artwork. And so that I could get to the table and I could work on something. You know, I would markers, pencils, I would just do. And so it began to also hone my craft as I did that. But it brought me, didn't have to focus on my pain or my suffering. And at the end of the day, something beautiful came out of it. I was, oh my gosh, wow, that's awesome. But the other thing about the creative process that I love, and going through cancer, is that when you're creating a piece, when you're creating a life, when you're creating a piece of music, for me, there's this spot where you go, oh my God, this is terrible. This is not going to work out. This is a bunch of junk. I need to quit. And you walk away and you come back and you don't try to judge it. It's like not judging a teenager when they're very awkward. Your artwork is the same. Don't judge it. Just don't judge it. Don't analyze it. Don't criticize it. Don't try to fix it. Just keep moving forward.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you go, oh my gosh, that's fabulous. And so and when I talk about my art, and you can see this, or anybody else, I light up because I love what I do.
Right.
And when I share that with
That's
other
pretty
people,
obvious.
yeah, when I share that with other people, they light up too. And when we're all lit up like that, we're all healing. You know, we're
Absolutely.
all in a really great place, and I want to do more of that. We
Yeah.
see enough of the shit. We don't need any more
Right.
stuff to look at that's not pretty, that's not nice. Go on with yourselves.
Right.
I want to focus on, I want to keep, and that was the other thing. My artwork kept focusing me in the direction I wanted to go. I didn't want to focus on cancer all the time. I did more work. I did what I had to do. I found out what I needed to do, but I didn't dwell on it. I dwelled on this. So that this is what grew
Right.
in my life.
Right.
And I love it. I love my life. You know, it's been a journey, and I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for my art, and I want to do more, and I will. I'm doing some yoga workshops. I've been teaching yoga for over 20 years.
Wow.
And so yoga is another big piece of healing for me. And so
I went to a Pilates class one time, and it was interesting. But maybe I should go to your yoga class.
I could teach you some yoga.
I bet you could.
I bet I could too.
Would it hurt?
Yeah.
Would it hurt?
I used to have these big bodybuilder guys come in and go, oh,
Really?
yoga. I'd kick their ass.
Really?
They
No,
loved
I should
it.
go. I
Yeah,
should go. I
and
think
it's
it'd be
really
fun.
great. I love cycling. I go to Cycle Bar 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and I go to Hot Stone Yoga 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I went to cycling during my chemo treatment. I crawled there some days, but I did it, and it was I needed that support. And yeah, I look back now and go, how did I do that? But you just got to keep moving, putting one step forward in the direction that you wanted.
Right.
I knew I wanted to continue to be a cycle person. I didn't want to let this piece of my life slip away. And so I stayed connected with it, even if I could just get on the bike and go around in a freaking circle.
Right.
that's what I did.
You know, Sally, I want you to make me a scarf.
Okay. I would keep saying I want to do a man scarf and write man scarf on it.
Yeah, I want you to write me. I want you to do me a man scarf, and I wear them all the time in the winter. So it's gonna be cold. It's already down in the 60s. Yeah. So
you can wear this one home.
Yeah,
this one is kind of you.
So I want you to make me a me. I want you to make me a me scarf so I can wear it this winter.
All right.
And when it gets 60s or 40s or 50s consistently. And I love that.
Yeah.
But I love your story. Sounds kind of weird, but I love you and how you are and what you've overcome. And I can't wait till Thursday because I really do want to talk more in depth about what you've been through and about the cancer. And I think you have a real testimony for women and men, because men need to understand. I mean, I know men go through prostate cancer nowadays. Prostate's huge. I've got a number of friends right now, male friends that are going through prostate cancer issues. So I know it's huge, and I can't help but think apple cider vinegar may be a good preventative. But
all those things are going to help.
Yeah, but I think that your story would be very beneficial for men and women, and I think next Thursday. I've got a music mix.
Right.
So I think I'm going to cut it short, let you come in and talk about your story.
Yeah, I want to talk about going flat.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another aspect. Now, guys, you know, the male, you know, men and women, boobs, you know, I mean, it's like a thing.
Yeah.
And so choosing to cut them off and not have them replaced is a big step in a woman's life.
Yeah.
And women don't know they have the right to. They don't know because the doctors are leading them down the path of what society thinks that we want is to have boobs that have no feeling.
Right.
They're just space holders.
Right.
And they're uncomfortable. They never look the same. Blah blah blah. So I want to share that because women don't question. I questioned everything.
Right.
And I knew from the beginning I didn't want to be bilateral. And I went along because at that point I was like, I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. I didn't know that there was another alternative, and I said I want to talk about a double mastectomy, and they wouldn't have the conversation with me.
Right.
And so those are the things I want to talk about.
Well, let me tell you, Sally, you're a blessing, and you're freaking awesome.
Thank you.
And
So are you.
I'm so glad. No, I'm so glad. I love your art. I love the fact that you're a creator, and I love what you create. But I love the fact that you're willing to share your testimony as far as what you've been through, and it benefits others, and we'll do that on Thursday more.
Well, thank you. I've evolved as an artist through the years, little by little. I've finally claimed myself as an artist here recently, and I've never felt that my work was quote unquote what an artist. But then again, I'm just sharing a part of myself, and you can either like it or not, and it's okay with me. You know, I don't care anymore. You know, this is who I am. Either take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think we're all meant to travel this life together and to help each other through this life in whatever way we can do that, whether it's just emotionally or financially or physically, and that's just what I believe. So. We're doing that here, and love you.
Love you too, bud. Thank you.
All right, cool. Hang around. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, I'm hanging.
Yeah. Start working on my scarf.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to start designing it right now.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, guys, you know, we have a featured segment on this show every freaking Tuesday, and we feature a cover or tribute band, and a lot of these guys do original stuff too. It's just freaking amazing how talented these guys are. And welcome JC and Chee to the show. Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey man, how are you?
You just lean into the mic.
Hey, just lean in.
Hello.
I so
Don't
appreciate.
kiss me though.
I so appreciate you guys doodling on my canvas. You know, I added this when I started the art segment, and that you guys get to draw and doodle and sign, and
I know,
think
that's
it's just
cool.
badass. It's coming together, right?
It is. Yeah. She just put a Rebel Yo masterpiece over there. He even put our pictures on. It's on our merchandise shirt.
Let me tell you something. I love merch, but I love the fact. I remember when Billy Idol first showed up on freaking TV.
I know.
That tells you how old I am.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I was in college and I was watching when MTV came out. Nina freaking Blackwood.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
I remember her hair
was huge.
was awesome.
Yeah.
That was freaking huge. But you guys, I'm so proud to have you on the show. I mean, I was a big fan of Billy Idol, and I know you guys. I know the tribute is pretty new, relatively new.
Yeah.
You guys
Very
kind
new.
of start out, and you definitely look. You got it down. Now, I've known Chee for a while because of all the hundreds of other bands that do.
I've got to eat.
I don't know.
He's hungry.
I don't know how Shannon let him have time away to do another project. Shannon's probably crying right now. She can't do my shit. I mean,
Were you there when he?
no, I can just imagine Shannon right there. In fact, I love Shannon. I need to have him back on the show. But I loved when you guys came to Strokers and did
Yeah,
that
that was-
for me.
that was fun.
That was freaking awesome, and I'm enjoying having you tonight already. But tell me about this project. Tell me how it got started. What inspired it? Who called who? How'd it happen?
Well, we were hanging out and
Hanging out where?
just bars.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I met
Anywhere with alcohol.
Yeah,
I think,
anywhere that we could have a
No,
pint,
but,
Mike. But Metal Shop was playing, and when I moved back to Dallas to do music about 2.5 years ago, I'd heard about Metal Shop, and so I started going to their shows and stalking basically. It's like, oh, so this is where the talent pool is.
Chee, can I have a pic? Can I have a pic, Chee?
And I was like, I like that guy, and we just we became friends.
I was scared when I heard that.
Yeah. He didn't know
no.
which way I was going to go with that. And we just started hanging out at like Memphis, and we were hanging out at Lava Cantina. And, I waited for just about 8-9 months. We had been talking about doing a project together, and he never, like you said earlier, never had time. So I sat in the wings doing my other tribute band, waiting, just like, okay, something's going to happen.
Well, I wanted the tribute scene was booming, still is.
Right,
But,
that was huge here.
And I just thought I want to get my hands on some of that.
Yeah.
Because I like to eat, like I said. But I wanted to, being a guitar player, I wanted something that wasn't already done,
Right.
but I still wanted to enjoy playing guitar. And Steve Stevens is amazing. We were actually hanging out, and a friend of mine came up to me and goes, "Hey, your boy looks like Billy Idol." And then it's like a light bulb went off, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? I mean, because I love Steve Stevens, and so
Yeah.
I guess it was that night I told him about it, and then a couple of days after we had kind of formed everything, and I was like, well, we'll just call it Rebel Yell, and it kind of stuck.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was really cool because it was weird when we started putting this all together. I'd had a friend come and kind of say something similar, so it was weird. It was kind of like the universe was. We didn't know what we were going to do. We knew that we wanted to do something, but it just everything kind of started.
Alcohol talking.
Yeah, our drunk friends.
Everything
like,
made sense.
I get that. Yeah, right.
And
Yeah, whoever drew that.
Yeah.
that guy right
Justin
there.
freaking Pickard.
But it was weird. The lineup. We've had one member change since, but the whole band, literally within less than a week, all the players that were in all these other really, great tribute bands, they all just came into play. It was like literally, it was no effort. It was like that person wants it, that one, and then we had the lineup within like not even maybe a week, 4 or 5 days.
And the only reason the change happened is it was Kerry Graves, and he's with in Texas.
Yeah, and he's an actor.
And he's also an
as well.
actor as well. and
Right.
His career is booming, so
Yeah.
it's just like opportunity and time, and
Wow.
so. But
So
he's a great guy.
You guys are just huge Billy Idol fans, or was this?
I'm a huge
was
Steve
it-
Stevens fan.
Oh, okay.
He did a lot of. Well, I mean, I like Billy Idol too, of course.
Right.
But yeah, he's making us money indirectly.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
But we tried.
I liked Billy Idol growing up because I was born in '76. So when MTV launched, I was just at that ride, 6 or 7 years old, And I remember he was one of the artists that MTV showcased his videos, like with Madonna, Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Duran
yeah.
Duran,
Right,
all of
right.
them. His videos were being pushed, and very early on, I really enjoyed his music. But until I met this man, there was parts.
The Chee Man.
The Jesus.
The Chee Man. Jesus.
The Jesus. I never knew
He's in a million
how
freaking
deep
bands.
the catalog, how deep the
can't
catalog went. You know, I never heard Flesh for Fantasy or
JC.
You know,
He's in a million freaking bands, guys. A million. I'm not kidding. I'm not cutting him short. A million freaking bands. I don't know how he does. I don't know how he showers. He's got time. He probably smells. He's got a freaking million bands.
Baby wipes.
Yeah, must be. I'm done.
It's a million different personalities,
But
actually.
he's got cool hair. You know, Chee has a lot better hair today than he had when he was at Strokers in my show.
Oh, yeah?
Your hair is much cooler.
Is it?
Yeah, Shannon must have gave you some advice.
Yeah, let's go with that.
No, it's much cooler. I like it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Of course, this is one. I don't look like Steve Stevens like this, but
Yeah.
plus I'm
Right.
Filipino and he's Jewish, and
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's cool.
but far away on stage and alcohol. It's always alcohol. Cures everything.
it does. It's my main food group, actually. You know.
So tell me, like, what's your set list like? What kind of song? What songs are you guys doing?
Well, again, kind of just to touch base, I knew all of the stuff that was on the music videos. So I knew White Wedding, Rebel Yell, Hot in the City. You know, I knew basically everything that was on MTV and VH1.
Right.
They had night tracks back then and TBS
Right.
night flights and all
Right.
that stuff, right?
Right.
And so, or no, actually, TBS was night tracks and USA was night flights. Anyway, so whenever me and Chee decided we were going to do this, there were songs and stuff that I had no idea about. So Chee actually is the one that brought in some of the obscure stuff like Flesh for
okay.
Fantasy.
But we also-
I'd never heard. I'd never heard.
That's my favorite song, actually.
Moni Moni. You know.
Flesh for Fantasy and Eyes,
Oh, yeah.
Eyes Without a Face, too.
Right,
but,
right.
But we did approach it. I knew the way I wanted to approach it. I didn't want to just do the record versions of it and then just, then interpret it live. So
Right.
we had all the guys watch all the live footage.
And guys, because we
Yeah.
have two females in the band.
So we, and the way that,
Forget the ladies.
even the way that
Right.
the keyboards are set up, it's the same way as that you'd see in concert. But we do different changes as far as in the music. And we just kind of based it off what they were doing live in concert and what was working for them. So,
Right.
but we do the whole nine. I mean, had to get a different wig. That was a long search. but yeah, that was. Oh, and I had to find you told me to show and tell.
Oh yeah, show and tell.
I did have to find a laser gun
Oh no way.
because Steve
gap.
Stevens uses it,
No way. Let me
especially
see.
with Rebel Yell. But I had to. Here's the kicker. I had to find one, have a really intelligent custom pedal board maker. There we go.
awesome.
But I had to find him one, a vintage one, because we wanted to manipulate the actual sound, and for him to put an attenuator on it.
Oh, that's
So
freaking
they don't.
awesome.
So they don't.
Customized.
Yeah. So none of them
Wow.
actually change in modulation. But,
Right.
So I had to find old ones. So if anybody has any old ones, you can
That
contact
is
me.
Cool, Chee.
Take them off your hands.
That is
But,
cool.
Yeah. So basically, you just take the gun and the speaker part, and you put on the guitar pickup, and it goes through your amp. And
Wow.
Wow.
Fun.
That is awesome.
that's all I do all night. I don't play anything. No.
Oh, yeah, you do. You know, guys, this is the challenge for all you guys coming on this show now. Chee has like.
Oh, I've stepped it up.
He has brought a huge game for show and tell. So, you guys, I don't know if anybody can top.
I
that.
don't think
I
so.
don't
We'll
think
see.
so. JC, what?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't
to take
either.
a vintage toy and modify it and
Yeah.
take a
Yeah.
toy and turn it into an amazing way to express your musicianship, I think is really cool. And that's going to be hard to.
It's gonna be hard to no. So, guys, that's your challenge right there for Chee.
Yeah. Or actually, if you don't, if you can't remember any notes to play
Right.
on the guitar, then you just pick this up,
Sorry, you.
and it takes up a lot of time.
Which goes back to the whole drinking thing.
Yeah, right.
I could put a flask in this. That'd be.
You could.
That could be.
You could. You could. You guys are so amazing. I have I've got to admit that I have yet to be at a show. But I'm. When's your next one?
We're actually taking off for August because we got to revamp some more stuff and get a little tighter. But the first, we have one show the first each week in September.
First week in September. Where's it?
Yeah, the first week it's Texas Live on the 6th in Arlington, right by the stadium.
Yeah, I have not been there yet.
That'll be our
Yeah,
second time
that's a
to
great
play
venue.
it. Woo.
Wow.
It will be a Tees Bar and Grill
At
on
Tees, okay.
on the following week,
The 13th.
the 13th. Yeah, and then the week after that we will be at the Glass Cactus.
Awesome.
So-
that's close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but see,
for
with
me.
us playing tees, you know, Eric and Tammy up there, because I host open mics every Sunday and Tuesday, and we're really good friends with them. And that's why we were playing there, because, you know, we have a big band as far as, like, a lot of members. We have a female dancer, Yvette, then we have a female vocalist, keyboardist, Samantha, then we've got Rick Hare on the drums, Jesus, myself, and Carlos. So, you know, we have a big band, and we're very interactive, and so sometimes it's really hard to take that much stuff that's going on and the energy that we have, because we're constantly moving and dancing and stuff, and fit it on a smaller stage.
Right.
But we for this particular situation, we really wanted to make it happen, because we're kind of a part of the Tees family.
Right.
But
Plus,
yeah,
plus they have really good French fries
yeah.
and alcohol.
That's critical. French fries.
Yeah,
French fries and
their alcohol
tater
just
tots.
tastes better with those fries. It's
Yeah,
insane.
they actually have his Rolling Rock there, which is cool. So he can actually go in and
So
get
any
an ice
venue-
cold Rolling Rock. they got my Lone Star in a 16-ounce can. Woo! And my
Lone
cheap
Star.
fuck shots. I love it for $3.
He's editing all that out.
No, hell no. This is live.
And that's a shot.
There's no edits.
And that's
Sorry, bro.
And that's a shot. I didn't make it up, so I'm not just cussing to be profanity, but that is actually the name of the shot.
Right.
Yeah, he gets deducted. He gets deducted every time he cusses. on stage. I'm like,
Yeah.
You got a little jar. You got to put $1 in.
Yeah, the only thing is it's not $1. It's like, okay, there's 25. There's another 25. Finally, I got tired of playing for free, so I decided not to cuss on stage.
Oh my God. Okay, so tell me, how do people find out your schedule? What's your website? Blah 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 blah.
actually, the website is it'll be up soon as far as actual website. I'm just getting all the business taken care of.
Okay.
We are a new band, like you said.
And how many months you guys been doing this?
We debuted in March.
March.
So we had I set it up to where it's one show a month up to the end of the year, but we're trying to develop everything and kind of getting the kinks out. And
Right.
like we had to change some songs around, and you can't really tell some of these things until you actually play them live and see the reaction of people.
Right.
Because
Right.
you know, you want to tell a story with the whole show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also want people, even if there's downtime in the show, if you got to take a piss, I want you to hold it because you don't want to miss anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
We,
I don't know
we
how
appre-
else
we,
to.
we appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, find the
Speak-
restroom
speaking of
before
taking a
we go
leak.
on.
Thirsty.
I gotta go. Hey, no, you're doing a fabulous job with this project, by the way. I just want to tell you, JC. Tell me, Chee, how many bands are you playing in now?
Well,
How many
okay.
projects?
Okay.
Do you know?
Actual projects.
He's
I
got
mean,
JC's got to think about
He's
it.
got to think.
no, I have 3 main bands.
Yeah, right.
Yes, 3 main bands.
Okay, what?
This
Metal
band, of
Shop?
course, Rebel Yell. Then I'm in Metal Shop, which I'm hired through a different company, and then
And
Rockaholics.
just the 3?
Just the 3. Well, that's not including the bands I sub for if they need me. But I'm just talking about my main, like on my schedule, because I'll get called sporadically, like, "Hey, are you available tonight?" And if I'm off, I'll go.
Okay.
But I also run sound.
Oh, do you?
So
And that's been the real tough thing for all of us, is because I'm in 3 bands. Samantha's in 2 bands.
Samantha
yeah,
Bishop?
No, Samantha
McLean.
McLean. She's
Okay.
she's in a band called Just Like Pink. They're a big Pink tribute
yeah,
band here in
yeah.
town.
she's one of the
Right.
background vocalists for that.
Yeah,
Right.
and then Yvette, she's in the Cruligans. Carlos is obviously in the
wow.
Rockaholics and Rebel Yell. Rick Hare is in Basket Case.
Oh, I love Rick.
And yeah, Rick Hare, he's in
Good
Basket
dude.
Case. And then I'm in Unglued, and I host the open mics and Rebel Yell. So that's the thing about everybody in this band when this
All
project.
busy.
Everybody is.
So how do you schedule that?
That's my job, and it's like
Oh God.
herding
I carry
cats.
this thing
Yeah.
around.
That's-
It's got all the blackouts.
Yeah.
So when he says, "Hey, are you available?" I even carry it to restaurants. I'm like, Chee called me. Let me check it real quick.
Yeah.
Yep, I can play here.
That's
and
one of the
there,
things you got to
know?
answer when I text.
Okay, I want to go out to the Texas Live. I haven't been. So when you guys play there, please remind me. So I'll make
Definitely.
I'll come out there.
Yeah. So it'll be a 90-minute set. If you haven't been there, it's a really good venue. It's,
I would love to come. I'd love to introduce
so it's
you.
the arena
if you want me-
stage.
If you want an introduction, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be
I'll
great.
totally introduce you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so the arena stage is like right in the middle of all the different restaurants and shopping centers, and it's 2 levels, and they have
Yeah.
different camera angles and all this stuff.
I haven't been.
It's crazy when that screen comes up. You're standing behind a screen and you're like, you're talking to this invisible guy you can't see because he's like way across the arena, and it's literally they're like, okay, get ready, and the screen comes up. The next thing you know, it's like boom, and you look at it and you feel like you're in like a gladiator theater.
Right.
You know, I mean, the room is just incredibly huge. Like when you walk in there, you know, you're like, yeah, this is big. But when you're on the stage
Right.
and those lights are hitting and that screen comes up and you look up there, I mean, you want to talk about feeling like you're playing something big. That's what that venue really feels like.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I just have not been, and I want to go.
Yeah.
And
Well, we've been
I'll-
lucky. I mean, we played House of Blues and
Oh, yeah.
Lava Cantina, of course.
Right. Lava Cantina, you can't see over the stage. I think I know that guy.
It is high up there.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a 6 foot.
Shoot, it's probably taller than that.
I'm pretty sure it's taller than 6.
Really? Because I've stood at the stage and I can't hardly see over it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a great venue. I love Lava. It's a great venue.
Yeah.
Great
Shop
drink.
Shop Live is another good one.
Greta's a great bar.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah. We've actually got a lot of friends that, actually some of my friends don't work there anymore, but Ryan Ray from Atticane, he used to work out there too. So, but yeah, they've always been really, really, really good to us out
Oh,
there,
yeah.
you know?
Good venue.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to going back sooner than later.
Always.
Okay,
And
guys, I want you to meet somebody really important in their team, and this is Brittany. And Brittany sells their freaking merch, and merch is big because I love wearing merch. I love wearing merch. I love. Just so you know, I'm a large. I'm a large, and I love wearing merch, and I wear it in public. So, you want to get your band out there? Just throw me a large.
Okay.
Large.
I got you.
And I'll sure take care of you. This is Brittany. Brittany, do you want to say hi?
No.
And Brittany is like in charge of their freaking merch. You anything you want to tell them?
I'm not a talker.
She's not a talker, but I'm going to talk for her. So, like, you got some cool merch?
I do. I'm actually wearing one of our tanks that we sell.
You want to stand up?
I'm not tall.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's
I
good.
make jewelry out of guitar picks.
She
Love.
makes jewelry out of guitar
Love,
picks.
love. I want to see.
Yes.
You got some with you? Oh,
I
Just
wasn't
one.
prepared.
He's got.
I love
jewelry.
She's actually wearing one.
Those are
she's got
awesome.
one.
Yes.
You make jewelry
makes
out of
earrings
guitar
and-
picks.
I do.
Oh, that is freaking
And she
awesome.
blings them out. And
You need to be
stuff
on
like
my
that.
show.
She can do any kind of
You're an
work.
artist.
Anytime.
Well, you need to,
She
you
usually
need to
mixes
contact me.
different
We'll have you on the
picks
show
backside
because
of
we
them, too. You
feature
can
artists.
dangle one,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's something
Cool.
new I just started doing, actually.
Yeah. So Brittany does the merch.
And we
and
also
she's an
have
artist.
we also have hats, trucker hats, and we have koozies,
Yes.
and we have wristbands.
And earrings that have like
Just like
double
this.
picks and stuff on them.
Really? That's it? That's one too? The band?
Yeah.
Let me see. And this, and
I didn't.
they've got bands? Rebel Yell, baby. I love bracelets and bands.
Keep going.
You sure?
Yeah, that's all yours. It's got
You're
your name
kidding
written
me.
all over it.
Oh, hell, I'll wear it.
The sign of a good merch person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's here.
See, she gets you with the wristband so you'll buy a T-shirt.
Absolutely. It's on. It's on. Rebel Yell, baby.
And we do-
Right here.
And we also have vinyl stickers.
Yep.
No kidding. See, you put a vinyl sticker.
We could do that, yes. And I should have
That's
brought
great.
I should have brought the merch box, but I was
It's all right. You were so excited about being here.
I was
We
so
were.
excited. I had to change my pants twice.
Thank God I didn't have to ride
Oh
in the
yeah,
car
I had
with
to
them.
again. Excuse me.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
I appreciate
no,
it.
really. You guys, you sound awesome. I can't wait to attend my first live show, although I have heard you. And look forward to seeing more merch.
Yeah, I mean we can get
Large.
and we get
Large.
you to make jacket patches or something.
Something would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Oh, Sally, yeah,
Yeah.
she can do anything.
Yeah, especially on the silk. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's close.
It's been fun.
Thank you, Brittany. I hate to put Brittany on the spot, but I really didn't. I really didn't mind. All right, my featured cigar segment is sponsored by Oak Grapevine Cigar and Tobacco Shop, located in historic downtown Grapevine, Texas. Today I'm featuring a My Father Connecticut. And it's no surprise that this smoke is still damn tasty, despite its much mellower character. A wonderfully blended mellow to medium body beauty that is certainly not lacking in flavor. Starting from the cold draw, the carefully selected Nicaraguan Corojo 99 binder and Nicaraguan Habano and Criollo long filters are noticeable, delivering slightly sweet and earthy nuances. The pristine Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper can be deceiving, having a refined spice lingering throughout. Man, whoever writes this stuff needs to write
Amazing.
my bio.
Yeah, no
They
kidding.
need to
Wow.
write my freaking bio. God, can you imagine what I would be like if they wrote my bio? Okay, a thoroughly complex cigar, My Father Connecticut secures a spot right alongside other countless 90-plus rated achievements credited to the Garcia family name. Stop by Old Grapevine Cigar and Tobacco Shop located in historic downtown Grapevine, Texas, and let Denna, Kenny, or Tom pair you with a cigar that will just be freaking amazing. They also have a huge selection of pipe tobaccos, so you guys are into that. Stop by Old Grapevine and tell them Barside Jive sent you, or Barside Jive Live, or just tell them DC sent you, and they will give you 10% off your purchase. That's right. Can't get much better than that unless they were to give you 20%, which they won't.
What did they say? DC twice.
They say DC twice, just ask them, say, give me 20. Maybe Tom or Denham might do it. I'm not sure about Kenny. Okay, guys, Cigar and Cider event. It's coming Friday night, 26, 7 to 9. I'm sure these guys are playing somewhere. No, you took some time off.
Yeah, basically we're going to be playing, doing shows with all of our other projects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Took off from Rebel Yell.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
For your other
things
millions of projects.
I mentioned I was hungry, right?
Yes. Do you only play Buddy Blaze guitars?
Mostly, yes, on stage.
Mostly?
I've got other that I collect, but yeah, let's plug Buddy Blaze.
Buddy
Absolutely,
Blaze,
we love
awesome.
Buddy Blaze.
He lives in Arlington, amazing
He's an
luthier,
amazing dude.
can build you anything you want. Actually, my first actual guitar from start to finish that I was able to get built for myself instead of, I mean, if you go to a major company, you might say it's a custom, but you're picking from
Buddy
parts.
Blaze.
But yeah.
Buddy
Incredible
Blaze
guy.
is the best.
Joyce is awesome. His boss.
Mm-hmm.
His
Yeah.
wife. No,
Yeah.
BuddyBlazeGuitars.com, I believe.
BuddyBlazeGuitars.com. He's in Grand Prairie. The dude has a story beyond stories.
I know, he's great.
But he's worked with everybody.
He's worked with everybody. He makes amazing guitars. I
And
love
basses.
the dude. And basses.
Yeah.
That's what Carlos, our
Four
bass player,
or
does.
6-string, yeah.
Yeah.
So check out Buddy Blaze
So we're definitely a Buddy Blaze band.
Guitars.com.
And he also mentored us too. He actually was the first person that our girlfriends and people's wives, nobody had seen the band, and still to this day at
I invited him
practices,
out.
he's the first person that came out to practice and saw what we were doing and actually gave us some pointers because him and Chee are really close, and because of that friendship, the rest of us became friends with him, and actually he kind of helped mentor the beginning part of Rebel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The guy's has a vast knowledge about the business, about life in general, and with Joyce, they're a great team.
They are.
Good people. Good people. So, guys, don't forget, let me go back to my event. Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Outlaw Cider, downtown Grapevine, Texas. Come have a My Father cigar and a pint of cider, $20. Chill out with us, hang out with us. We'll take photos. We'll have a good time. In my meme of the week, because, all this stuff with Area 51, I had to have it Area 51 related, and here we go. I don't know, Jay. I hear all this echo. I'm not sure what's going on.
Every time he says that, I'm like,
There we go, Jay. Jay, wake up. Okay, there we go. What are those dudes? The Tubby?
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
I thought it was a picture of our promo pic. Me and you.
Jay, put it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yellow and
They're
purple. Yeah.
Teletubbies?
Actually, that's weird.
Teletubbies?
Teletubbies, yes.
I think my kids watch them.
Yeah.
Teletubbies.
Unfortunately.
What the hell was their deal?
Very strange.
I never understood their deal. I mean, like
They did more than alcohol. Trust me.
SpongeBob, I get, but Teletubbies, I never figured.
Yeah,
them out.
it's
Was that your era?
I hope not.
Okay. Screw Teletubbies. We're gonna move on. Okay, so that's my meme of the week because it's Area 51 related, and because people are gonna rush or storm Area 51. Whatever, guys. I'm telling you, I've been there. I did some WMD training there back in early 2000, I think. And it's not a place you want to fuck around.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with those people. I'm telling you. You can storm them all you want, but you're going to lose.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys. Yeah. You can catch my Tuesday show right here at vocalnow.com every Tuesday, 7:30. We feature cover and tribute bands, and might I add that they are the best freaking cover tribute bands you'll find in the United States because this is a huge market for them.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, it's huge. And you can also catch my Thursday show here at vocalnow.com every Thursday at 7:30. We feature original singer-songwriters, and also our Tipsy Gypsy does both those shows. Afterwards, you can watch the shows on demand here at vocalnow.com, or you can go to YouTube, youtube.com/Barside Jive Live, and you can see any of the previous content. And every Sunday morning, you can watch my Barside Jive Live Rewind, where I dig back into the archives and dig up stuff that I find interesting or humorous or whatever. And I show them. Remember, we go back 3 years ago. So I post stuff on Sunday mornings like that. And I realize that sometimes it's Sunday afternoon, but I strive for the morning. But,
it's hard to get up early.
I know. I get to it when I get to it. So...
weekend.
Yeah. Vocalnow.com is about everything vocal. You can download the app to your phone. You can watch or listen to the zoo. You can also listen to Barside Jive in the entertainment section. Also, you can go to barsidejive.com and learn everything about me. My bio is there. You can subscribe to my monthly newsletter. And whether you guys create music or some other form of art, or maybe you want to advertise on the show, or maybe you just want to make a comment, you can reach out to me at dc@barsidejive.com. It's the easiest way to do it, dc@barsidejive.com. Now listen, my show today has been also brought to you by Hip and Hippie. Hip and Hippie is a planet-loving company known for its high-quality, earth-friendly, 100% recyclable candle line and body care products. I use them. It's no wonder that eco-supporting people love Hip and Hippie, hipandhippie.com. Thanks to Robin Garwood, our show photographer. She is filling in for Shasta, who is out this month, but can be found at shastadbellaphotography.com. I want to thank Jay and Jimmy, our production team. Hey, Jay.
Yo.
How are you, brother?
Doing well.
Still awake?
Oh, I'm wide awake.
JC says hi. You've done a pretty good job tonight, actually.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to commend you that you guys think Jay's did a good job.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing job.
Great job, Jay. What do you got to say about that?
I very much appreciate it. Really enjoy both guests as well. You guys are
God.
Both, all three. You got JC, you got Chee, and you got Sally, and Bree. You got four.
All of them.
All of them. Jay, we appreciate you, man. You do an awesome job. Jimmy does too, and the whole vocal team, and we appreciate it. Love being here.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
Sure, brother. Remember, guys, in the end, The love you take is equal to the love you make. We're out of here. It's another show. Let me find the button. I got eye surgery in August.
How's that working out?
It'll be good in August because I'll be able to see again. All right, you ready? You ready to go?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Remember, keep it real, keep on rocking. See you next Thursday.
BarsideJiveLive.com. That's BarsideJiveLive.com.